Okay. All right. We'll give him five more minutes. 5 more minutes.
I'm not even sure if it's on.
I don't know.
Wait, it probably is though. I mean, probably not really silly.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's going very well.
About 5 more minutes. I'll give you to have conversation and eat before our tech talk. Thank you so much. And today, for it to be simple is like perfect. We've got this other stuff going on, so it's perfect.
Well, I told them I'm not doing coconut shrimp and sandwiches.
I can't. She might be live.
Oh yeah. Don't tell me anything confidential. Everybody can hear me.
Hey, did you hear?
She's wired, folks. That's how you get in trouble. All right, so just a couple more minutes. Very good.
I'll try not to stand next to anybody. They can probably hear me chewing.
You can mute your microphone.
I don't know how to unmute it.
Mic on.
Okay, now we're ready.
Okay, now we're ready. I'm going to
very bright.
stand over here, not in the light of the thing, to introduce our speaker for today. This is Caitlin Emerson. She goes by Katie. I know her pretty well. It's really exciting to have her talk today. Katie is a junior at Wellesley College. She's studying math and computer science, but she's spending her junior year at Oxford University, where she will be returning on Tuesday. So I will accept all prayers for safe travel for that. One of the things that I think is important to say about a young person who's pursuing their dream in computer science that Katie taught me when she was at my parents' house, helping them with trying to get their caller ID on their television to show up, that she had to say repeatedly that I'm not a magician. She's not a magician. She's not a complete expert, but she's getting there. I know it will be shortly before she is at complete expert level. So thank you so much, Katie, for helping us keep ourselves safe online.
Thanks, Mom.
Turning it over to you.
Okay. All right, so the topic of the day is phishing in cybersecurity. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about how to keep your information safe from people that want to steal it. And then we're going to play a game. So I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then you guys can talk for a little bit. Okay, so what is phishing, in case you don't know? This is also known as social engineering attacks. So these are cyber attacks from people that are trying to trick you into giving them what they want. So they're trying to steal either your passwords or your social security number or your bank details or something like that. And they will often try to trick you, telling you that they need something urgently or maybe pretending that they know you. And they will do this, they will get your information via fake links or malicious attachments that contain malware so that they can watch what you're doing if you download them.
So that you can just talk.
Next slide. Okay, so this is a chart that says why we should all care about phishing. So for older adults age 60 and over, you're actually not necessarily more likely to fall victim to these, but if you do, you're more likely to lose a lot more money. So since 2020 to 2024, there's been a big increase in the amount of money that people lose to these. So in 2024, people lost over $500 million. And that's just adults over age 60 who actually did report losing money. So a lot more than that. Not good. Yeah. Next slide. Okay, so these are different techniques that phishing attackers are going to use to try to get you. So spear phishing is like they know you, they know something about you. I don't know how they got that. They're going to pretend to be someone that you know, maybe like a family member or a friend or the pastor. So yeah, so somebody like that, yeah. So they're going to pretend to be someone that maybe that will trick you because you wouldn't think that they would know that, but they might. So they're going to send you like a link or ask for money or say that they're in trouble, but it's not actually going to be the person. And then another big thing that they use is urgency. So they really want you to just not notice that something's not quite right about it. So they're just going to tell you that it's very urgent or that it's like an emergency or something. And they just don't want you to stop and think. And then the way they actually get your information is links and attachments. So they're going to try to send you to links that aren't really going to look quite right or have you download stuff that's going to not be good. So be very, very careful when you're clicking on links and downloading anything. And if you do download something, don't open it. Don't give it any permissions because that's how they can really get into your computer.
So you don't want them to, you don't want to fill out any information.
Don't put any information.
They're asking you to do, right?
Yeah, so if you do click on the link, that's okay. If you start putting in your information and clicking other buttons, that's not good. Okay, this is how we're going to spot and combat phishing. So pay attention because there's a quiz. So check the sender address of the email carefully. So if it's saying it's from your bank, it should be from your bank's email. It should not be from like thisisphishing.com. Okay, you have to look really carefully because they can register domains like ZOEM that are not Zoom. That's just phishing. So you have to look really carefully. And then use an email provider like Google or Outlook or something that has a spam filter, because that can do some of the work for you, and it will not even let you see the bad emails. So that's good. Never open a file downloaded from an unexpected email. You want to delete that file if you accidentally downloaded something. You don't ever want to grant permissions, like a box that shows up that's like, can I have permissions to like authorize stuff on your laptop? You don't want that. And if you do click on a link, just try to remain calm and don't put in any login information if it's like looking wrong, or the link, in the bar it says something that you don't recognize. And then just change your passwords to be safe. They might have that, I don't know. And then in emails, this is a bit more advanced, but if you're like gonna click on a link, you can hover over it, and in the bottom corner it'll show you, I have a picture of this, but it'll show you what the link actually is. So the text that you're reading, that you're gonna click on, might say like outlook.com, and the link might actually be to something malicious. So that they might trick you like that.
So can I just ask, like, what you mean is like there could be a picture or the logo, and then when you hover over it, it will give you like this long line of words.
Yeah,
or
there's a
letters,
picture.
and if it doesn't match, then that's
Yeah.
That's
So like, the buttons that say like log in here or something like that, it might be trying to send you to a site that you don't recognize. So if you hover over it, you'll be able to see that it's wrong. One of the quiz questions has that in it, so look out for that. So, and then the other thing you should do is ask yourself, am I expecting this? So if you're getting something about changing your passwords, if you're getting something that your information is outdated, are you really expecting that? And if you're getting contacted by a bank that you don't have an account with, that's probably not legitimate. Like, ask yourself first, do I even have this product? Okay, next slide. Okay, this is just a slide on strong passwords. This is how we make strong passwords that we don't forget. Okay, so these days, a lot of passwords, your phone will just generate them. It's just junk. It's just random letters, random characters. You're not going to remember that. No one's going to remember that. But a way to do it so that it's secure and you might remember it is you can make a passphrase, which is like a sentence. So I have chosen, I love 30 hippopotamuses. This is not my actual password, but you could use that if you wanted to. The sillier the sentence, the better. So, that's pretty silly. It's kind of fun. You can get creative. And so the longer your password is, the harder it is to crack. This is a little bit about like the math of how they're trying to crack your passwords, but it is stronger the longer it is. The more characters you include, like numbers and special characters, they're going to tell you to do that. Some places do require it, but the length is more important, because the longer it is, the longer it takes to figure out what it might be. And then keep track of your passwords using a secure method. I wouldn't put it on a sticky note on your computer. That's not great. But, if writing them down works for you, that's fine. Just don't lose where you wrote it down, and keep it somewhere secure. Don't put it on your mailbox. And you can also, there's several online methods. If people have questions about that, there's a Q&A at the end. Okay, next.
Okay, so let me ask, while you're on passwords, so should you have a different password for every site you go to?
You should have a different password for every site that you're using. They can be similar if that's going to help you remember them. I would say, like, use your common sense. If your password is already quite strong, like this, and long, adding a little bit to it, and changing it slightly is probably good enough. Yeah.
Thank you. Good to know.
Okay, this is going to be our #1 strategy to combat phishing. If we are in doubt about whether or not it's real, some of them are real convincing, we want to go directly to the site and just not click on anything in the email. You can call your bank. You can call, the postal service, I guess, or call someone. If it's claiming to be someone call that person directly. If they're saying, like, I'm your, third cousin and I need money, find your third cousin's phone number and call them instead, because that's probably not them. Don't click on links or attachments until you've verified that the email is legitimate. Usually, if it's like update your information or something, if you just log into your bank like directly, it'll tell you that you need to update your information if that's the case. So like, you don't really need these emails. They're sort of a courtesy if they are legitimate, and if not, they're trying to steal things from you. So that's not good. Okay, Now, this is the quiz. So I'm going to show you a series of examples of emails and text messages. These are real, received by me, one of my friends, or possibly my parents. So this is really what it's going to look like. And you're going to tell me if it's phishing, not phishing, or you need more information, what you think you should do, and why you think it's phishing or not phishing.
Okay.
All right. We all ready to play a game?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay. So you might need to, if you need to get up and
Oh, yeah, and you can look closer.
because to get the whole thing on there, the image might be
Some of them are quite small.
So here we
I'll
go.
read what it says, though. Okay, so this is from, I cannot pronounce that, Yuswan Zhang on December 20th, and the subject is hi, and it was sent to my parents. Two addresses not there. That's my bad. And it says, "Good day. My company is seeking to engage you as her part-time reasonable business intermediary executive within your region, USA, Canada. If interested, kindly reply to this message. Best regards." This person's name. Do we think that this is phishing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Why? Somebody want to tell me why?
The subject high.
Yeah, this is our
The subject hi. Okay.
And good day. What does that mean?
Seeking to engage you as part-time.
Okay, so things that tell us this is phishing. We do not know this person. That's true. No one here knows this person. The subject is hi. That's not great.
And good day.
Yep, no one says that. And this is grammatically incorrect. The sentence does not actually really make any sense. Also, we don't need regional business intermediary executive. We don't need that. Yeah, it's very not specific.
If you're interested to, you see?
Yeah. All right, and then the other thing is that this person's email is from roma1.infin.it. We don't know that, so we're definitely not going to reply to these people. Next.
So everybody said it's in the United States.
I don't think it is. All right. Here is another one. This is from Chase Travel. The subject is urgent. Your new flight schedule for trip ID 10067474408. Do we think that this is real? It's about a minor schedule change. This is not sent to me. This is sent to somebody called Beth.
So are they taking a trip?
They are taking a trip, yeah. They do have a trip.
So they are traveling.
Did they go through Chase Travel? No.
You check your ID that you have, that you printed out.
That's good. That's good. All right, so if you made a trip through Chase Travel, which Beth actually did, you want to check that this number matches your number. Yeah. Okay, so this is not my email, so I couldn't show you this, but you could also hover over this button and see that it is indeed to a chase.com link. But this is not my email, so I did not do that. This is real. This is for my friend's trip to Orlando. Yeah.
So yeah, so
This was not phishing.
This is real. I heard someone say, but that's the Chase logo. Keep watching.
Yeah.
Because they're getting very real.
They can, so the Chase logo, you can get that. I could get that. That's not proof. That's also true. They're not asking for you to do anything except review your flights. But, they're just telling you when your flight is. All right,
Okay, ready for the next one?
next. All right, do we think that this is real? This is a text message from 98626. Amazon, your code is various numbers. Don't share it. If you didn't request it, deny here.
Wait a minute. Yes, they do. They send codes when you're opening. Lots of times there's a code.
All right, raise your hand if you think it's phishing.
Let's see.
Is it phishing? Some?
Who thinks it's phishing?
I couldn't hover. Amazon.
Okay, so short answer, you're both right. This is from Amazon, but I do not have an Amazon account, so this is not me. I'm not sure what's happened here. It's possible somebody did open an Amazon account and put down my phone number, and they're trying to get into it. Or if I had an Amazon account, I did not request these, so I should not give those to anybody. I should probably deny it because this is an Amazon link. I did go to it. It's real. So this is what Amazon codes look like. I did not, at first I thought this was phishing actually, but I checked, got some real ones from my mom's account. This is what they look like. So that's really tricky.
But you know that.
I know that that is not mine.
But it wasn't your phone because you don't have an Amazon account.
Yeah, so I know that the account's not mine. That is my phone. Somebody has opened an account with my phone number. That's my problem. But yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're telling me that somebody has opened an account with my phone number and is trying to figure out how to get back in. Yeah. It's not my account, and it is in no other way related to me, so I don't really mind.
Usually, though, you go to Amazon itself, and then they send you the link.
Right, yeah. So, yeah. So this is somebody else somewhere in the world has gone to Amazon, and they have tried to log in to an account that is not mine, that has my phone number attached to it, and they are trying to get in repeatedly. I don't know if they ever got in, but it's not my account, so I don't care.
You could get a similar thing
Yeah.
happening to you. So yes, if you all have Amazon accounts, then that would be familiar.
This would be real. If you spontaneously get it, deny it. You don't want that.
From a different company.
Yeah,
It's like getting the bill.
kind of, yeah. Yep, next. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
is this spam? I could not find any good examples. I'm sorry, this is the best I could do. This is from 2020 to somebody who lives in Colorado, thanks to Google. I don't know who that lady is, but she lives in Colorado. And it is claiming that they have won $1.5 million from the Powerball lottery draw, their lucky day. And they're going to send their full name, address, and phone number for claims. Do we think that this is real? No, this is not real. Okay, so this is something that I was reading about as I was trying to prepare for this. This type of scam, probably done better than this, is very, very common against older people. So if you get something like this, you did not win any money. Sorry. And if you do win money, this is not how they're going to tell you. They would not email you like this or text you or anything. Yeah. And even though it has this like logo here for Powerball lottery, which I guess is real, that does not mean anything. Somebody got that off the internet. That's not the real thing. All right. Who thinks that this is phishing? This is from payment declined. Your account has been blocked. Your photos and videos will be removed on Sunday, the 4th of January. Take action. Who thinks this is fake? Yeah, okay. Can someone tell me why we think this is fake? Urgency, yep, that's a big one here. Yeah, well, okay, free. We don't believe in free stuff? Yep.
And the email address or whatever?
Yeah, the email address is bad, so if it was really coming from, a legitimate company, it would not be 5WWH1 mail. Yeah, that's definitely wrong.
So another thing is how generic it is. So
Yep.
it's just a generic cloud company with no
Payment decline.
no interest.
Yeah, they're just trying to tell you that their payment is declined. Yeah, so this is not real. This is one that would be identified if you had a spam filter. This comes from someone's spam folder. So you hopefully would never see this, but if you do, it's not real. Yeah. Okay, who thinks this is real? Reset password for your candidate account. All right, this is sent to me by Workday, mailed by RaymondJames.com. Who thinks this is real? Who knows who Raymond James is? It's a bank. All right, who thinks this is real? Anybody?
No.
Nobody thinks it's real? This is real. This is actually an account that I have, and this is what a real password reset looks like. Now, I did request this because I lost my password. That's my bad. But if you get one of these and you're not expecting it, I wouldn't click on it. I did click on this because I was expecting it. But this is what a real password reset looks like. Obviously, if you are not a candidate at Raymond James, I wouldn't click on that, but I am, so yeah.
She was applying for
This is what it looks like when you apply for jobs these days. Hope you guys are all excited. I did apply. I don't think I will work there, but I did apply. Yeah.
Oh, right off.
I did, yeah. I requested it, so.
You didn't tell us that.
All right, next.
It's important according to Google Magic.
Yeah, according to Google Magic, this was very important. I don't know. All right, this is from Amazon. Action required. Update your account. All right, and it's going to say that you need to update your contact, your payment, and your shipping address. And keeping your information current helps us protect your account and deliver the best Amazon experience. And Amazon will never ask you to disclose your password or verify sensitive information over email. Always access your account by visiting Amazon.com directly in your browser. Who thinks this is real?
That's not the way they do it. No.
Oh, you guys are getting.
Wow, you guys are good.
Is it real or not?
They don't do that.
All right.
You go to buy something and your card's declined. That happens.
All right, raise up hands. Who thinks it's phishing?
Fishing, yeah, fishing.
It said you can click on this button right here, update account information. Yeah, you can click on that. Phishing? Oh yeah, wow.
Who thinks it's real?
Anybody think it's real? Unfair because we asked for phishing first. But yeah, that is phishing. Ways you can tell. This one's really, really good. This was in the news. I did not get sent this, thank God. But you can tell because that is not the Amazon logo. That is just Amazon typed in a different font. It looks similar, but that is not Amazon. And I think it's really interesting. But you know, just because it looks really legit and they've given you a security reminder not to click on this button, and then they've sent you the button, seems trustworthy, but it's not. And you should always access your account by visiting Amazon.com directly in your browser. But I would not click on that link because that is not Amazon.com.
Supposedly it's a security reminder just at the bottom, just leave it
Yeah,
on.
that's basically what they're doing. Yeah.
So this one is really, really tricky.
This is really good. This made the news, guys. This is like the cutting edge stuff.
It's really tricky.
Yeah.
Because you could, that Amazon, I know Amazon.com, and I'll click on that, and that's not actually where it's going to take you. It will take you to a site that looks just like Amazon.com, but is a dummy site.
Yeah, so they have built a login page that you cannot tell the difference. You know, this maybe you could tell, like the Amazon's not quite right. I guarantee you on the page that you're logging into, it's going to look exactly like Amazon. But the URL will be different because it has to be. So, yeah. Yep.
Got some conversation going on.
All right, slightly less controversial one. Do we think that this is phishing? It's an Amazon refund notification for my recent purchase. And I have to request my refund via this t.co link. Who thinks this is real? Can we all see that? Sorry, this one's kind of small.
I don't think you should have to request your refund. I think they should just send it.
Okay.
That's suspicious.
Who thinks it's real? Anybody think it's real? Show of hands. No?
A very suspicious crowd.
Yeah, what's the phone number that it came from?
Yeah.
The phone number that it came from, sorry if you cannot see it, it is +551398219450. Not, in case anybody has Amazon's phone number memorized. That is not it. This is phishing. Things that will tell us that it is phishing. Number one, this was sent to 7 people, including me. Why would they send a refund notification to 7 different people? That doesn't make any sense. Number 2, Amazon is very hip, but they are not going to put the test tube emoji in their, in their refund notification. Number 3, this is not an Amazon.com link. I would go with number 4, this is an international phone number. Amazon is a US-based company. They're not going to text you. I don't know what country that is, but they're not going to text you from that country. Okay, next. All right, this is saying, hello, your item is out for delivery on January 10th, 2026 in West Hartford, Connecticut. And they expect to deliver our package today, and they've given us a tracking number and a link. And if you scroll down, there's some more stuff you can click on. There's like a thing you can see that says like track your package. Do we think that this is real?
Real? Well, it looks like a real, but what would you do anyway?
All right, raise your hands if you think it's real.
Well, just, let me see.
Okay, still thinking. All right, who thinks it's phishing? Anybody very sure that it's phishing? All right, sorry, Peggy, got you. This is real. This was from the United States Postal Service. Ways that we can tell that this is real. Number 1 would be the email. It is actually from, it's kind of cropped out because the font on this is very big, but it is from an auto email that is at the USPS address. Also, we were expecting a package, I think. I don't know what was in it. This is not actually my email, but we did get a package.
It was a gift to go back to the UK with Katie.
Okay, it's something for me. Yay. And it was indeed out for delivery, and I did not open it. Dad, it came that way. Okay. Yes.
How often does Amazon use US Post Office?
I don't know that.
That's what threw me off.
That's a good thing to throw you off. That is, yeah.
So they will,
Okay, the pastor would like to ask a question.
Answer the question for Katie. So Amazon will use USPS, they will use UPS, they will use their own delivery system. So yes, which makes it, that even more challenging because yes, it can be coming from. Now, why did I get that email? Because I signed up for the USPS notify me of whatever mail I'm getting every day. So every day I get an email, anticipate it. So between that email and the text that I got, I know that it's legit.
Yeah. But if you are not used to getting these types of emails from the United States Postal Service, and you are thrown off by the fact that it is shipped from Amazon, you don't need to click on this. It will come to your house whether or not you see the email. This is not really saying anything that exciting. You will just have to wait. You won't get to track it. That's fine. I wouldn't click on it if you're not sure. Next. Okay, this is Unifin, a debt collector. They would like me to contact them about reference number, whatever that number is, at that number, or w.unifininc.com. Charges may apply, and reply stop texts. Who thinks that this is real? Nobody thinks that this is real. Okay, well, it's not real. I don't have any debt, so that is a big plus. Also, they would not text me from a random phone number. Automated messages like this will usually come from a 6-digit number, not an actual phone number. And yeah, none of this is really that legit because I don't have debt. And I don't know who Unifin is, but I don't think that I want to talk to them. So, yes?
Okay, what if you did get that? Should you type in stop?
No, you should not. I did get this. And you can see I did not say anything. You should just delete it. I did not delete it so that it could make it into this lovely slideshow. But just get rid of it. You can just delete it. They do not need you to stop. If they do keep talking to you, which they don't because they don't care. Clearly, they've never messaged me ever again, and this was several months ago. But you can click up here, if you have an iPhone, on this guy right here, and there is an option to block this caller if you don't want to keep getting these. You can block them. That's fine. Do not reply to them, because then they are suddenly going to need something, and it's going to be an emergency, and they're going to try and trick you, and that's just not good.
So even if you put stop, they'll try
So
to re-engage you.
they're not going to,
Try to convince
yeah.
you of what's going on, and so
Yeah.
don't.
They're going to say, reply stop, and then they're going to want, your email and your address so that they can stop sending you regular mail as well, and they're going to want to know, they're going to want to know more about you, so that's not what they want. Yes?
If that's in the text message, usually you can block it. Does that give them any indication you block sender?
No. So if you block somebody, they have no idea. Even if they try to text you again, it's just going to look normal to them. They have no idea, even if you block people you know. Yep.
Once you block a person,
Yep.
can you delete them from your contact list or whatever?
Oh, yeah. So this person is actually not in my contact list at all. I do not know who this is. But if I clicked on that and I went to block caller, I could then delete this message and I would never see that number ever again. I have not added them to my contacts. If you do block somebody who is in your contacts, you can delete them. They will stay blocked, but you do not have to add them to your contacts to block them. You can just block a number. Yeah. We could do a demo on how to block a number later, but yeah. Okay, this is from Chase, the lovely return of Chase Bank. Who thinks this is real?
What does it say?
It says, an ATM withdrawal or debit card purchase exceeds the amount you've chosen. To view more information on this transaction, log into Chase Online Banking or our U.S. mobile banking website. When you log in to view your statement, you can also view blah, blah, blah bank stuff. Please do not respond to this message. If you'd like to contact us, please log into Chase Online Banking and send a message to customer service. You are receiving this email because you signed up for alerts through Chase Online Banking. If you no longer wish to receive this alert, log into blah, 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 blah. And it's from Chase Customer Service. We all think it's real? This is fake. This is not real. Yeah. All right, it came from customer.service@intranet-fi.com. This is not Chase Online Banking. So this is not real. But this is a very, very impressive scam because it was built to trick you. This is actually one that we would use places where I work. We try to trick our employees into clicking on stuff like this so we can make them take more training. But this is very complicated. People can make this. We make this, but the odds of you getting this are very, very low. But it is identical. We do have a Chase account. This is what it would look like if you did get a real Chase thing.
So if you have a Chase account and you get that, what you should do is just independently log into your
Yes, you should not click on anything. I mean, if you're getting this,
Did they get the account number right, the last 4 digits up there?
I got this off of Google, so I have no idea.
Account number ending in.
Yeah, so you could verify that. That is not my account number because this was not sent to me.
That's the first thing.
But they might get it right. They might get it right just by luck, or they might know, right? The last 4 digits of your account number might be somewhere else on the internet. I don't know. So I would just go around and log into Chase Online Banking. And you should always check that email address. That is one of the easiest ways to tell if something is phishing, because it's very hard to actually get a domain, like to actually get an @chase.com email address. To do that, they have to hack into Chase, which is much more secure than your local computer. So that's going to be a lot harder to do. So they're just going to send you stuff from random emails like this. Yeah. Otherwise, this is very good.
You should have alerts.
Yes, and you can get these alerts. That's fine.
Alerts are great to have.
Yeah.
Then you do find out
Yes,
if somebody is messing.
that's true. But you can get these alerts. That's fine. Read what it says. If it's true,
If it really
go to
is,
Chase Banking.
and it's
Log in separately.
what you said before.
Yeah.
And it's international or.
Yep.
Do you ever see email addresses that are the same except one has HTTP and one has HTTPS?
No.
One indicates a secure.
Okay. Interesting question. That is not email addresses. That is websites.
Websites, okay. I'm sorry.
So if you do see a website that says HTTP without the S, run. That's bad. In the modern day, the internet, you should never be on sites that just say HTTP. That's not good, because that is totally unsecure. That means that your browser's connection to this server somewhere out in the wild is not secure, and people can just jump in the middle and do whatever they want. That's not good. So I would stay off of those sites. Yeah, those are just generally quite dangerous places to be. Yeah. It won't always show you the HTTPS, but if there's like a little lock on your browser or something, it's very rare generally that you would stumble onto that, because they're not good sites. They're not good places to be. Yeah.
But there are scams that people have done where they're, we represented a business and somebody was taking the money from the business and they were doing it, as you had said, they had an account that was the business name, but it had a dot in front of it.
Right, so they will do that. So if you do have an email up here, this could be customer.service@cheese.net, and it would look like Chase. The first time you look at it, I guarantee you, you will not see it, because I've been fooled by some of these. They're very, very good. If the name of the business is long or complicated, it gets even more difficult. So they will change one letter, they will add an extra dot, they will do something that makes it look very, very similar. But it will never be the exact same, because they would, again, have to hack into Chase for that to work. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Okay, who thinks that this is real? From TD Bank. They would like us to find out if we pre-qualify for the TD Cash credit card and get $200 cash back with no impact to our credit score. And we can click this Check Now button to see if we are pre-qualified for the TD Cash credit card. Who thinks that this is real?
Well, I like the email address.
Yes, it is from email@e.tdbank.com. If you don't use TD Bank, yeah, fair enough. That is the TD Bank email. This is just like, the E just stands for like, you know, email, E, like technology. Yeah, so this, I would not click on it, but it is real. This is from TD Bank. And this is something that I was going to show you before. So I have hovered over this Check Now button on my computer, and I can see down here that it says, you probably cannot read that, but it does say https click.e.tdbank.com. That is how I know that this is real. It comes from a TD Bank email. It has a TD Bank link. Plus, this is not me, but someone who got this email is indeed a customer at TD Bank. They do indeed have an account, and it would make sense for them to be offered this credit card. So this all makes sense. I wouldn't click on it unless you do want a new credit card, but yeah, this is real.
So it helps that you saw that.
That's true. If
Yeah,
your customer
so this is what it looks like. If you are using Google, this is what it looks like. You get this little blue bar down here. All this junk over here does not matter, just the beginning. Just read the beginning. The rest of the letters don't mean anything to you. Yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. If you use something that is not Google, like Firefox or whatever the Microsoft one is called, it will also be able to do that. It looks slightly different, but it can do that if you hover over it. Okay, next. All right, this is another USPS package notification. Woo, mail. Okay, It has arrived at the warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address at this USPS.com link within 12 hours. And you should please reply to why, then exit the SMS, open the SMS activation link again, or copy the link to Safari browser and open it. And this is from Stin4Lena1971 at something.com.
And best wishes for a wonderful day.
Yes, and there's some more there that is cut off, but they are wishing you a wonderful day. Who thinks that this is phishing? Everybody thinks this is phishing. Yep, that would be correct. It is phishing. Can somebody give me some good pointers on why we know this is phishing?
Who it's from.
Okay, yes, we do not know Stin4Lena1971, and that is definitely not USPS. Anything else?
And does the USPS ever say about the warehouse?
Yeah, they're not going to say that. Okay, and another thing that they're not going to tell you is to confirm your address within 12 hours. They are not a time-sensitive organization. If you wait longer than 12 hours, your package will just be late. Okay? It's not a big deal. They are not going to be this urgent. They do not care that much about getting you your package on time. They really do not care about you that much. And this scammer was having a bit of tech trouble. So they have given you these very complicated instructions. The USPS has tech people. They will not give you these complicated instructions. That is totally unnecessary. Even though it does say USPS.com, that is not really what the link is. And that is why you have to do all of these steps. Because if you just clicked on it there, it would go nowhere. Because it's not really what the link is. Yeah. They have probably encoded it into this somehow where if you copy it, you will get something that is not this text. Because that's not the link. It's a nice try. Not very good, but it's a nice try. All right. This is from Steam Team. It's a new sign-in to Steam from your account, Ensign Rose, in West Hartford, CT, US, and it is authorized by the Steam guard code from your email. All right, who thinks that this is real? This is an online gaming platform for people who do not know what this is. It is for PC gaming. So if you want to play games on your computer, this is one way to do it. Yeah. If you guys get this and you don't know what this is, I would not click on it. I know what this is, but I do not expect you guys to know what this is. Okay, who thinks it's real? Anybody think it's real? My mom thinks it's real. That's cheating because I told her it was. Okay, this is real. This is from one of my friends. We can tell it's real again because it's from steampowered.com, which is the actual domain of Steam. And also she did sign in to Steam, to this account. If you get this and you have no idea what Steam is, and you do not have this account, and the details above do not look familiar, I would just ignore this email, okay? Because that's fine. You don't need this. If you get this and you don't recognize it, just ignore it. All right, this is a text message received by one of my friends from this handy US number. It says, "Yo, dude, what do we think we should do? Should we respond? Yo, what do we think?" Okay, can anyone tell me if we should respond to this? No, okay, good, right answer. Now, if we did respond to this, because let's say we thought we knew this person, maybe this is someone we know, maybe we know people who talk like that, I don't know. They are going to respond that they are your long-lost relative and they want your money. So if you get something like that and they respond wanting something from you, do not give it to them. You have no proof that they are actually whoever they think that they are. What you can do is click on report spam. This will bring up another box that will say delete and report spam. That's fine. That will tell Apple that they are spamming you. I don't know if Apple will do anything with that, but they might. And it will also block their number automatically for you so that they cannot keep bothering you. Yeah, this is spam. I would not answer this.
These are getting really creative as well. Like I got one the other day where it said, "Hi, I'm here. When are you gonna come?" And I was like,
yeah, so you're gonna think.
"My calendar."
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it, but it was like, it's not as obvious. They're gonna try to,
Yeah.
get in a conversation, or it was great to see you the other day.
Yeah, they are going to act like they already know you. This person does not act like they already know me. Granted, I did not get this, but this was one of my friends. But They might act like they already know you. They might
That's a
say,
Massachusetts number. 617.
yes, it is. Yeah, she did not know this person, but yes, it is. They may have gotten your number from somewhere, or they may have just guessed it. But you should not answer these people. They're going to act like they know you. They are going to say, hey, it was great chatting with you last week. When can I see you again? You may have chatted to people last week. These are not those people. So do not answer them. Do not engage with them. They may send you multiple messages. They may say, hello, it was nice seeing you last week. Hello, following up on our conversation from 2 weeks ago. They may do that. That does not mean that you know them. Yes?
Speaking of spam, on email,
Yes.
you get ads from this particular company.
Yes.
To say hello, me, they'll send you something every day.
Yep. Familiar?
Is it better to unsubscribe or spam?
Okay. This is a good question, because if it is real, and it is really from LL Bean, if you unsubscribe, they will stop coming forever. They will not bother you again. They cannot. It's legal. So you can do that if you are sure that it is real, and if you are sure that you are unsubscribing from LL Bean. Some of them, the scams, like the one that I had up there before, have an unsubscribe link. This unsubscribe link is going to try and steal stuff from you. So be very careful when doing that. If you do move it to spam or junk or whatever, your email will then just filter them, and they will be deleted after like 30 or 90 days. So, yeah, they are. I would just move it to junk. You would never see it again anyway, especially because some of these scams are quite good, and if you're not really sure. But, I mean, yeah, if it's like LL Bean and it's something you know that you've like signed up for, like if you went to like the store and they were like, do you want emails? And you were like, yes, and then you're like, I actually don't want these emails, you can unsubscribe. Like, it's fine. Just be really sure that it's really something that you accidentally signed yourself up for. Yes. Only if you're really sure that it's really the people you are getting emails from. I would say no, because the junk is the same thing, and there's no way that you can get yourself into trouble if you just move it to junk.
What do you mean? How do you use the junk? Where do you move that into junk?
Yeah, so we're talking about emails now. This is a little confusing. If you have an email, you can move it into your junk folder. That tells your email provider, this is junk. We don't want this anymore.
So any subsequent ones
Will also go to your junk. Yes. Yeah. If you use like a modern email provider like Google or Microsoft or something, they will know. So that is different from unsubscribing. They will keep sending your email address emails. You will just not see them anymore. And they will be deleted. It's not really a problem. But if you do unsubscribe, be careful. Make sure that it really is a company. You know, it's not somebody trying to get your information. It's actually the company that you're unsubscribing from. And then they will have to stop sending you emails altogether. But either way, there's 2 ways that you can never see them ever again. All right. This is from Intuit Inc. Payment issue with QuickBooks subscription. Now, fair warning, this is to my parents, not me. So the thumbnail does not appear because I could not figure out how to make it show up again. There was a thumbnail there. It was the QuickBooks logo. But you cannot see it now. And it says, subscription notification, dear customer, your QuickBooks subscription is due for a renewal. Billing due date 26 December 2025. They hope that we're doing well, and they tried to charge our credit card, but the payment was unsuccessful. And to avoid disruption to our service, we should check our payment information and call that number to help. Who thinks that this is real? Not my parents. I think that my parents should not get an opinion on this one because they got this email. Anybody else have an opinion? Anybody think that this is real? No, okay. Nobody thinks this is real. Okay, wow. This is actually pretty good, especially if it has a logo there, because it is from Bills-QuickBooks. Seems real. Yeah, there was a logo there. I couldn't get it, but this is from Bills-QuickBooks.top. Very similar to an actual QuickBooks address. I don't know what top is, but that's what makes it fake. And also, a couple other things. Dear customer, if you had a QuickBooks subscription, they would know your name. They would put it there. They want them, they want you to like them. We do not have a QuickBooks subscription. That would be #1 indicator that this is not real, because we do not have this product. We do not use them for anything. And then
Another common one is Norton antivirus.
yes, we can talk about antiviruses in the Q&A. But yeah, they have no way to know if you have a virus if you do not pay them money. And then also other things, they're asking for my payment method. That is an immediate. I probably don't want to give them that because that's not something that I want to be handing out. And also, they've only left a phone number in this whole, like there's more of this email. They just want you to call that number. I don't know what happens if you call that number, but they don't actually have a link here, which is just really interesting for this scam, because the way that they're getting people's information is people who call the toll-free number. Interesting. Also, I don't even think that number's toll-free because it's a +1 number, but
It's 805, yeah.
interesting. Interesting scam. Yeah, all right.
You're gonna call Joe out in somewhere. And he's
Yeah,
gonna
you're going to
say
call
something.
somebody, and they're going to want to help you with your QuickBooks subscription.
Yeah.
All right, this is from alerts@tdbank.com. We deposited your payment. Dear Morgan, we have successfully deposited the $4,000 payment. I asked her. She said it's fine. And with this confirmation number, and to view the details of this payment, sign into our website and locate Send Money with Zelle. And thank you for using Send Money with Zelle. I don't know if you guys know what Zelle is, but it's like sort of an automated payment thing.
Like Venmo.
Yeah, if you know what Venmo is, it's like Venmo. All right. Who thinks this is real? Mom, you don't get an opinion. Raise your hands if you think it's real. Raise your hands if you think it's phishing. Who thinks it's phishing? This is real. Yep. So this is from my friend. She made some money. Go Morgan. So yeah, so things that tell us this is real. Number one, it's not asking me for anything. It is just saying that they have successfully completed this deposit that, you know, if we were Morgan, we would know to expect. And it is not giving me any links to click on. So there's actually no way that I could give them anything here. It just says sign into our website, which you would just go to separately if you wanted to see your deposit. This is a good type of notification. If you get notifications like these, your bank is doing a great job, because there's no way that you could misconstrue that as phishing. Yeah, they don't want anything from you, which is great. All right, back to the U.S. Post, everybody's favorite. You have a USPS parcel being cleared due to the detection of an invalid zip code address. The parcel cannot be cleared. The parcel is temporarily detained. Please confirm the zip code address information on the link within 24 hours. Who thinks this is real?
They use the word parcel too many times.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rhyme, actually. Whoever put this together was like very poetic.
Reply with a Y, then exit the text message.
Okay, again, this is also not real, but you know, very similar to the other one. This is a very bad link. No one should ever believe that updateinfo2woo.top/us is the USPS Postal Service. That is not. Again, they do not care if your package is late. They're not going to ask you to do anything within 24 hours. And they're not going to give you these extremely complicated instructions as to how to get to your parcel. So, and also, that number is not USPS because it's not even in America. And the United States Postal Service has an American phone number. And yeah, they wouldn't do it that way anyway. All right, recap. Phishing scams are very convincing. Got you all with that Chase one. That was really good. It only takes one scam to lose potentially a lot of money. This is how people over the age of 60 are losing money. It is not that more of you are being caught. It is that you are giving away more when you get caught. All right, so don't always try to identify whether it's a scam. Try to go around, go to your banking website independently. Don't click on anything. Don't download anything. Use strong passwords, like we discussed. And you can set up multi-factor authentication. I would do that as much as you can, because that is going to make it harder for people to get into your account if they know your password. And yes, if you have questions about that, I can explain that. And don't worry about being nice, and always question urgency. This is my mother's advice. She thinks you are all way too nice. So I think that you guys actually performed way better on this quiz than she was expecting. But don't worry about being nice. These people do not need your help. They're fine. Okay. Woo.
Thank you for coming, friends. Thank you. And then any questions for Katie?
Yes, if people have questions, I will answer whatever I can. If you're going to ask me personal questions about your specific technological situation, I'll try to figure it out. But I'm not a magician. Yeah.
I just wanted to ask about AI that's coming in now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scam calls that are done.
Yep.
And people are saying they're a relative. And
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yep.
So they sound funny. I mean, I've heard them from my old customers and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you delved into that at all in your studies?
Well, yeah, so I'm actually not a cybersecurity major. Fun fact, they don't teach that at Wellesley. But I have seen this in my job, which was working, doing this sort of thing, protecting our employees from giving them out all of our company information. So people will call you. They do not know you, so do not pick up. Do not be nice to them. This is something where it's don't worry about being nice, okay? Because they are going to pretend like they know you and they need you and they need help,
And
and
it's
they
also,
don't.
they'll have that added sense of urgency. Like, this happened to a friend, right? So they got a call, and it was their grandson. It's never going to be your child. It's going to be the next generation
Yeah,
removed,
it's not going to be
right?
somebody whose voice you could recognize.
And or it's similar enough on the phone, right? Similar enough you think, and you're panicking because they're talking to you saying, "Oh my gosh, Grandma, I'm in jail. What do I do? Can you just they need this money right away. Can you just send me blah 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 blah." It's happened to a friend of ours, and so there's that sense of urgency, knowing enough information. Chances are they probably made that call 100 times, and the one grandmother that they found, who's actually a grandmother, who actually has a grandson, not a granddaughter, whatever, they have gone through until they found somebody that connects enough with their little things to tick off, and then launched right in. And so you just, you say, thank you, hang up, call your grandchild. If you're really, really concerned, call them and say, I just got this call. I just want to make sure you're okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Ask them what's
Don't
your
worry.
name. And usually...
They might know.
They might actually know that.
Michael. And then he called me the next day and said this. I said, Michael, you tried this yesterday.
They might even
The
get
thing is,
right
they might know who your grandchild's name is. If you are on Facebook or something like that, they can figure out what your relatives are named. So do be careful.
So,
Yeah, I think.
What is your name is not enough.
You could probably ask
Yeah.
them questions too that only they would know.
You could if you had a good question like that, but just be careful because something like what is your name, they might surprise you. They might know.
Right.
and
Yeah.
or they'll just try to get information from you. They can be very manipulative. And so they'll try to get information out of you more than you. I wouldn't engage. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't engage either,
Don't
yeah.
try to figure it out.
You don't want to outsmart these people, you just want to hang up on them.
Yeah.
All right?
Good
Yeah.
advice. Don't outsmart these people. just hang up.
These people are, this is what they do all day, every day. You guys have better things to do with your lives, just hang up on them.
Well, someone called my sister-in-law, whose name is also Greca,
Yeah.
and they were calling her Nona. Well, she knows her grandchildren
She's
don't
great.
call
Right,
her
so
Nona. She is
that's
not
when you
Italian.
hang up. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
right away.
You can just hang up right there.
But again, they're probably going to call a string of numbers, and they're going to find a Nona.
Yeah, they're going to find somebody that matches up pretty good with their story, you know. The longer you let them talk, the more likely you are to lose something. So, yeah. Anybody have any other questions?
All right. Well, thank you, Katie.
Woo,
Thank
go,
you.
Katie. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody at home. Hope you had fun. We're going to shut this down, and we'll see you soon.
Do you know how to shut this down?
I really don't.
Wait, I can turn the camera off. Unless it's already off. Yeah, no, now it's on. Okay, well, the camera's off. I don't really know how to turn this off. I can turn this off.